The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back, everybody. Stoner Jesus Show Live. Now's the unfortunate part of the show where I open up St. Peter's microphone so we talk about some stupid cockamamie product that he's pushing. Let's see what it is tonight. St. Peter's Vaginalopes. Oh my Lord. You see, we don't pay St. Peter anything to be on the show or to do his little song parodies or his bits or whatever. So from time to time, I got to do some kind of stupid infomercial or some kind of special for Peter. Tonight is the stupid bullshit infomercial type of night. And tonight we're doing St. Peter's Vaginalopes.
Yeah.
Peter, what the fuck is this?
Well, first of all, Jesus, I don't appreciate you downgrading the fucking product before I can even talk about it and calling it stupid.
Right.
Other bullshit. I mean, I need to try to fucking sell this shit, and you're downplaying it.
All right, Peter, we ain't got all night. Just get to it.
All right. Well, anyway, Vaginalopes are basically envelopes. You mail shit in, and they smell like vagina, and they taste like vagina. When you lick them, and it tastes like a vagina. Vaginalopes.
Okay. Well, the obvious question, Peter, is whose vagina?
What do you mean?
I mean, whose vagina does it taste and smell like? Do the envelopes taste and smell like?
Well, it's been scientifically formulated, Jesus, to present an amalgamation of a different... Amalgamation of different vaginal tastes from around the world. It's an amalgamation of all of them together.
Right. First of all, you don't know what that word means.
Yeah, I do. Amalgamation.
Amalgamation?
Right, amalgamation. It's an amalgamation of different things. Jesus.
Right. Second of all, I think that's bullshit. I smell bullshit.
What's bullshit?
Were you scientifically formulating something?
I'm scientifically formulating shit, man.
Right, you're getting it scientifically formulated.
Right, amalgamation.
Okay, an amalgamation.
An amalgamation of scientific formulas.
Right. I smell bullshit, Peter. I smell bullshit.
I don't know what you mean, Jesus.
Even from all the way in here, you're inside your little glass booth, I can still smell your bullshit.
I think you're paranoid, Jesus.
Peter,
what are you talking about?
Peter, whose vagina is it?
It's scientifically formulated to present an amalgamation
God
of
damn it,
different
Peter,
vaginal...
I will shut this down
Jesus.
Right now.
Amalgamation of vaginas.
You can scientifically formulate an amalgamation of nothing.
Yeah.
Whose vagina is this?
All right. To be honest, Jesus, there's a hooker down in my basement, and she's been rubbing the shit on her vagina.
Oh, what's that now?
The hooker down in my basement has been rubbing the envelopes on her vagina all day. Jesus.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. These envelopes, they've been sitting by me all fucking day.
Right.
I've been smelling these envelopes.
Vaginalopes.
I even licked a couple times.
Right.
Just to test out the glue.
Oh.
You're telling me that there's been some ratchet, skanky, ragged fucking hooker down in your basement.
Not that far.
Rubbing these envelopes on her nasty, dirty fucking pussy?
That's right, Jesus. That's the size of it.
God.
I don't see what the big deal is, Jesus. She's a clean hooker.
Oh, my God, Peter. What the fuck is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me.
Oh, my God.
The vaginalopes are awesome. She's a clean hooker, Jesus. I fucked her a couple times, but still.
Oh, my God, Peter. I can't take it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, I'm thinking of it.
I've been licking these fucking this nasty hooker pussy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, now I think of it, she really didn't wash her vagina after I fucked her, so you're tasting my dick, Jesus.
Oh, my God, Peter.
You're tasting my dick.
Oh, my God, Peter, I hate you. I hate you. When I'm done fucking throwing up, Peter, I'm going to come in there. I'm going to strangle you to death.
Well, we don't go that far.
And then I'm going down your fucking basement. I'm going to kill this goddamn hooker. I'm going to stab her in her stinky fucking vagina.
You need to calm down, Jesus.
Until she's dead. God damn it.
You need to calm down, Jesus, just because you've been basically licking my dick all day and smelling it.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
If there's some hooker's vagina,
I fucking hate you. Go to break. Start the show.
This is getting good.
Infomercial. Nasty vagina lobes.
Come on.
Oh, God.
This is just getting good, Jesus.
CannabisRadio.com presents The Stoner Jesus Show.
I've created very few things outright in my life. That's one of them. That's my shit. I'm not going to have it run into the ground by a bunch of whiny fucking dickweeds.
yes. Ah, yes. Here we are again. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus. We're live on CannabisRadio.com, September 23rd, 2016. Welcome to everyone listening live and on podcast. I think my voice is deeper than normal. Very broadcaster quality voice this morning. Hello, everyone. Down some broadcasting. 2 hours of broadcasting on this day. Got a lot of shit going on. Big show. But it's always a big show. I always say that. But it's always true. So far, Joe Destruction and VDJ Sexy Hippie in the chat area on Spreaker, the Cannabis Radio account on Spreaker, which you can access on the web on the Spreaker mobile app, all that shit. Just go do it. Fuck, it's early. Whose idea was this again? We do Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. I am on Twitter, of course, at StonerJesus420. Leave me a link to the show whenever, however, wherever you're listening. You know the drill. You get a retweet. Email the show at stonerjesus420 at gmail.com. If you want to interact with us that way. If you're on Facebook, of course, we are on Facebook, facebook.com/stonerjesus420. Also, of course, if you're a hardcore fan of the show, you want to join a group of hardcore fans of the show for the purposes of talking about the show and other fun shit, search Disciples of Stoner Jesus on Facebook. Join our group for the show. Disciples of Stoner Jesus on Facebook. It'd be dope. Be dope of you. I getting like a rattle on my headphones. What the fuck was that? I start vibrating. Vibrating headphones. Shit. We got all kinds of shit. Coming up in a minute, I'm going to talk about this Halloween meme that I posted on Twitter. It turned out to be quite funny. Also, maybe some political shit. I don't know. I don't feel like it. It feels like it's early. It feels like it's too much. It is interesting to me, so maybe we will talk about it. Coming up about 10:30, we will interview the John Dunsworth, a.k.a. Mr. Lahey, from the Trailer Park Boys and swearnet.com. It's going to be huge. I don't know what other way to put it. It's going to be huge. John is out on tour right now with Pat Roach, who is Randy on the Trailer Park Boys. Randy and Mr. Lahey live. Search that on Facebook. Find out where they're going to be. We're going to ask him about that. We're going to ask him about Mr. Lahey. We're going to ask him about weed. We're going to ask him about all kinds of shit. John Dunsworth in about 23 minutes. Mr. Lahey from the Trailer Park Boys will be on the show. Also got some weed news today. St. Pierre left another voicemail. I don't know what the quality was. We gave him a recorder so he could record stuff and send it up here since he's still exiled from the studio. But I guess it didn't work. I guess the technology of recording someone's voice at a different location has just not been perfected yet in some way. Maybe we'll talk about that. He's working on the haunted house, apparently. I don't know. I'm really not into it this year. Just not into the whole haunted house thing. It seems like a bit much. But if St. Pierre wants to take care of it, fine. Whatever. I got other shit going on, man. I'm a busy person. I'm very important. Very important Jesus shit is happening. And I have to be overseeing and supervising. Otherwise, the Jesus shit won't get done. Also, we'll probably do some celebrity news a little bit later. And if we have time, we get on Periscope and do a big preview of the Toker Supply giveaway. The Stoner Jesus Show Toker Supply giveaway. You got a week left. We're giving away awesome prizes from TokerSupply.com. Your free U.S. shipping from them. But they've given us 4 prizes, 2 prize packs, 2 ways to win. Go to the Stoner Jesus Show Toker Supply giveaway page on stonerjesus.net. You can see how to win, what you can win. We will announce next week, hopefully next week, barring any technical difficulties. I am planning at some near date. It's switching out the main the main studio computer, which is 5 years old. What you hear me on right now, though I'm going through this broadcasting software, it's on a 5-year-old computer. It's showing signs that it just doesn't want to do this shit anymore. And it's going to check out here in a little while. So we're going to switch out the main computer with a new one. And there's so many files and just... It's a pain in the ass. It's going to be a fucking incredible pain in the ass. There's no other way to look at it. And it may cause us to miss a show. I know we only do one show a week. That's how big of a fucking pain in the ass it is. Hopefully, things will go quickly. It'll only be like a couple-day process. There won't be any major fucking malfunctions. And we'll be able to get it switched over to a new computer without any problems. I don't need more problems, man. I don't need more fucking problems. Especially of a technical variety. I'm beaming my voice around the fucking world right now. It's very difficult shit. Anyway. So that's Toker Supply giveaway. Go check it out at stonerjesus.net. There's a week left. I don't know what to tell you. I've let you know in every way I can. Every social media network. I've been telling you on this show for well over a month. I don't know what else I can do. Stoner Jesus Show, Toker Supply, giveaway page on stonerjesus.net. Go check that shit out if you want to win. And I don't know why you wouldn't. And every social media network I've had, I put this on. I put it on Twitter about 40 fucking times. There's the pinned tweet on my profile about this giveaway has almost 40,000 impressions. You know about this thing. You can't come to me later and say, Stoner Jesus, I had no idea. There's bullshit, son. You had very much an idea. You had a very good idea at that. Angie has joined us in the chat room on Spreaker, the Cannabis Radio chat room. Angie, those of you not aware, is a OG fan of the Stoner Jesus Show back to the MySpace days. That's right. People used to be on MySpace. You wouldn't have thought it. But the avatar that is on my Facebook page and on my Twitter, has been on my Twitter since the beginning, except for brief, interludes of something else that I thought was funny. She drew that picture of Stoner Jesus about 10 years ago. Probably more than 10 years ago at this point. It's a long time. The picture's been seen by tens of millions of people. It is iconic in the stoner community. And she drew it way back when. I've told you the story of Stoner Jesus before, how I started on MySpace. Now I had one friend. It was just me and Tom. Just me and Tom. That's how all this got started. Me and my pal. Looked over his shoulder slyly. Gave me the fucking thumbs up. Like, yeah, man. Fucking Tom. You're Stoner Jesus. You have one friend. You're awesome. We built things from there. No following from anywhere else. All constructed. All brought in on social media. Incredible. That was an incredible story. Stoner Jesus. Thank you, Stoner Jesus. It was an incredible story. An origin story. The Stoner Jesus Show. Other things went on before that, but that's where things really, kicked in. They fucking kicked in. So anyway, this Halloween meme. As I go find this, let me tell you some of the background. Let me preface this by saying that I didn't. Somebody just tweeted 11 minutes ago about it. Let me preface this by saying that I posted this because I thought it was funny. That's why I post things. I didn't post it for some sort of social experiment, which it turned out to be. I didn't post it to have something to talk about on the show, although it turned out to be that as well. I posted it because I thought it was funny. And I think the infamous quilt maker originally posted this on Facebook. I don't know where he got it from. So I stole it from him. I posted it on Twitter. It's a little spooky pictures from Life Hacks. And it says simply this. In 2016, Halloween will fall on Friday the 13th for the first time in 666 years. You've probably seen the meme. It's very straightforward. In 2016, Halloween will fall on Friday the 13th for the first time in 666 years. So I post this. You get some retweets and some likes. People get it. People like it. People think it's funny. But there's a group of people who don't get it at all. did not get it at all. Now, the thing about jokes, if you want to want them to be, widely known, they have to. A lot of people have to be able to relate to them. And I thought this. When you think about this, people can relate to this because or why it's funny, because everybody knows that Halloween's on October the 31st. It always has been. I've looked at these people's profiles. They're not in Zimbabwe. These are people in the United States. They grew up, and every year Halloween was on October the 31st. So the first one I get, which I thought was kind of funny, Janice Kane on Twitter said, "You are stoned, Jesus. Halloween always falls on the 31st of October. WTF, dude," followed by many exclamation points. So I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty funny. I don't know if she's being real or not, but if she is, well, it's funny. Like one girl wrote, "Thanks, Obama." See, she got it. That's funny. Because Halloween is on a different day. And it's basically making fun of those moon memes you see where it's like, the moon is going to look like fucking cheese for the first time in 48 years, and you only have 2.5 days to see it, so get your fucking telescope or whatever, or your fucking binoculars you use to peep on your next door neighbor, and get outside and go look at the moon because something's different's happening on the moon, and you'll never see it again in your lifetime because you'll be dead. So I thought it was a joke that, if not everyone would get, most people would get. So Guadalupe on Twitter said, Halloween is on the 31, plus it's a Monday. Clearly not getting it. Melpav1 retweeted the picture and said, Halloween is on a Monday. As we continue to scroll up, Aaron Morris agreed with that. Not only is it on a Monday, she said, and like the 31st. So we keep scrolling. Melissa Murray said Halloween is also always on the 31st, LOL. By pointing out what the joke is, obviously not getting that it's a joke. Because if you got the joke, you wouldn't have to point it out. Now, would you? Twitter let me scroll up here a little bit more. The dude 97 said, so Halloween is no longer on the 31st, question mark. Okay then, ... See, this points out, as I take a break here from reading the responses, this points out something else. This is especially true of like the millennial generation. They see something in a meme and they think it's, well, that must be true. Or the people posting it must think it's true. Because that's what people think. So it's in a meme on the internet. Well, that's true. The Halloween's been changed. The day has been changed for the first time in 666 years. It's going to be on Friday the 13th, even though the 13th in October doesn't fall on a Friday, which some people point out later. Clearly not understanding. That's why I don't get Halloween's always been on the 31st. If you grew up in the United States and many other countries around the world, but all these people are from the U.S., you know that Halloween is on October 31st. These people are questioning that because they saw a meme and they don't know, they don't understand why. Kirby Fuckett said, and 2 + 2 = 5. Clearly also not getting the joke. Melpav1 said to Melissa Murray, but the 31st isn't a Friday? And Melissa Murray said, no, Friday the 13th. So they're having a discussion. They're having a discussion about a meme that says Halloween is falling on Friday the 13th. For the first time in 666 years. Melpav1 comes back with, the 13th is a Thursday. I'm confused. And Melpav, I don't know if you're listening to this, Mellison Matt 5 on Twitter. I know you follow me. It says on your profile you're a 5th-year student at the University of Maine. And this is confusing you. Now, you should be ashamed of yourself. Holy shit, it's confusing you. And then, I reposted earlier, and even pointed out how funny it was, the responses I was getting. And Ike Guz, G-U-Z, said, I still don't get it. I don't know if Ike is being sarcastic. He could be. He very may well get it. But a lot of those people clearly did not get it. They have... they have no idea. It doesn't occur to them that it's just an obvious joke. You know, it's the first Friday the 13th. It's a spooky day. First time around 666 years. It was supposedly, you know, a blasphemous number or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to give people benefit of the doubt, I guess. At least it gave me content on the show. And for that, for all the people I named on Twitter, I appreciate it. You've helped me. You helped me kill 5 minutes. So we can get closer to what people really want to hear. That's the interview with John Dunsworth in about 11 minutes. Mr. Lahey from the Trailer Park Boys. Make sure you search Randy and Mr. Lahey live on Facebook. They're out on the road. That's got to be, I'm going to ask you about the show. That's got to be fucking nuts. Nuts. Anyway, thank you everybody who wrote in for the Halloween meme. Very, very helpful. I'm not going to get big into politics. I will say a couple things before we go to break, and then I get John Dunsworth on the phone. The presidential election in the U.S. Trump versus Clinton. I'm voting for Gary Johnson, but Gary Johnson's not going to fucking win, so nobody gives a shit. Trump versus Clinton. Polls been bouncing back and forth. They're both the most hated presidential candidates in history. So I read a story the other day about a poll that even black voters, like among black voters, Trump went from like 3% to 20%. Even though Trump is endorsed by the KKK. It's a lot to get into. There's a lot of, problems that I have with both candidates. I think they both fucking suck. But it is what it is. Hillary Clinton, she's getting her ass kissed by, Huffington Post and the whole fucking left-leaning machine of the internet. And yet, in some polls she's winning, in some polls she's tied, in some polls she's losing. On average, according to Real Clear Politics, she's got about a 2-point lead. She's got a 2-point fucking lead over Donald Trump. You have to ask yourself, how bad of a person am I? How bad of a candidate do you have to be to basically be tied with Donald Trump? That's what we hear all the time. Everybody hates Trump. People make fun of Trump all the time. Trump is his past alone is incredible. The bankruptcies and the weird divorces and the allegations and the weird way he treats his daughter, his very hot daughter. I mean, here you are, Hillary Clinton, going through fucking, I don't know what. She's fucking dying. I don't know. It looks bad. She should have been president 8 years ago. She got fucked out of that by Barack Obama. Now she's sitting there like, oh, I'm finally going to get to be president. And she's tied with Trump. What must that be like? I don't know. It's just fucking weird. It's weird. We got this reality show businessman dude. We got this fucking corrupt criminal bitch who's on her deathbed. That's it, ma'am. That's it. And like I've said before, watch 2020 will probably be even worse. People will be wishing for Clinton and Trump, wishing Trump wasn't on TV, and they'll be wishing that Hillary Clinton was still alive because she keeled over from whatever the fuck's wrong with her. I don't know. That's my 2 cents on my political commentary for the day. Got John Dunsworth coming up, Mr. Lahey on the Trailer Park Boys. Stoner Jesus Show, Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus. We have Weed News later, St. Peter voicemail about the haunted house, celebrity news, maybe get on Periscope and talk about the Toker Supply giveaway. Make sure you go check out the Stoner Jesus Show, Toker Supply giveaway page on stonerjesus.net. When we come back, we'll call John Dunsworth, talk with him. It will be awesome. Stay tuned, everybody. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, September 23rd, 2016. We'll be back, hoes.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here again to tell you about an awesome sponsor of the show. Of course, I'm talking about Pottles. Check out the Pottles banner on stonerjesus.net. They have all kinds of products. Pinner tubes, blunt tubes. They have glass. They have odor-free stash containers in all kinds of different sizes and colors and designs. They have tablers. Just so many products. I can't fit them all into a commercial. Just go click that Pottles banner on stonerjesus.net. Make sure you use promo code STONERJesus. It's all capital letters, all one word. STONERJesus at checkout at Pottles for 20% off. Go check out all of the amazing products Pottles has to offer. Check out that Pottles banner on stonerjesus.net and make sure you use that promo code STONERJesus. Get 20% off at Pottles. The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you by Celebrity Dildo. Make sure you check out that Celebrity Dildo banner on stonerjesus.net or just go to celebritydildo.com. Celebrity Dildo has released a new and exciting range of premium silicone dildos that have finally combined the two worlds of novelty and function. Celebrity Dildos are made of premium medical-grade silicone. They're firm yet flexible and velvet to the touch, durable, non-porous, odorless, hypoallergenic, and let's face it, they are just a great conversation piece. You want to check out Celebrity Dildo, go check out their banner on stonerjesus.net and follow them on all their social media networks. Celebrity Dildo, awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. Make sure you check them out on stonerjesus.net.
From dabs to chivas, sativas to indicas, we roll out a whole concentrate of fresh new content every week. It's like going from the greenhouse to the dispensary. CannabisRadio.com.
The next generation of vaporizers has arrived. Vuber vaporizers are blazing the way with unparalleled technology for oil, concentrate, or dry flower pens. Providing unsurpassed customer service and expert craftsmanship, Vuber vaporizers use cutting-edge technology, providing a power-packed, smoother vapor with a lifetime guarantee. Experience vaporizing the way it was meant to be. The Vuber way.
Oh, let the marijuana llama tell you something now about a game for your phone gonna make you say, wow! The game's about the game of growing cannabis for cash. Grow the seed, sell the bud, put the savings in the stash. Little by little, your empire grows large. Put different celebrities inside your entourage. You can choose to play with Snoop or me or Cheech and Chong. Cypress Hill, Willie Nelson, Wiz Khalifa with a bong. The name of the game is Hemp Inc., that's the point. Download and play while you light yourself a joint. The business of cannabis should be no crime. Hemp Inc. is even hot-proofed by the man who run High Times. Oh yeah? Get it on Android and iOS today. Marijuana llama out. Got to tend to me own crops, you know. Money don't make itself. Hemp Inc.
Cash?
Sorry.
I don't carry around cash, and I don't want to use the ATM and pay surcharges.
You don't need to carry cash. Haven't you heard about PayQuick?
Okay, tell me about PayQuick.
It's the safe and easy way to pay. It works just like your debit card to securely pay for your purchase, and it gives you rewards points every time you use it.
Nice.
PayQuick, the safe and easy way to pay. PayQuick.com.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus live here on CannabisRadio.com. We do it live every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on CannabisRadio.com. Of course, podcasts can be found on all the places you love to find our podcast, StonerJesus.net, CannabisRadio.com, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and YouTube. 4 episodes up on YouTube. Go check all that shit out, all the podcasts. Catch up with the first 2 Wake and Bake shows. This is our 3rd one since the time change to Friday mornings on CannabisRadio.com. I'm supposed to be calling John Dunsworth here in a minute. I'm going to do is test the audio coming from this computer, because that's very important. Oh, yeah. It's nice. So there we go. Audio sounds good. Hey, man, you never know. Maybe all fucked up. Then I have problems. I just texted John Dunsworth to let him know that I'll be calling soon. I'm not going to respond. So I reminded him yesterday and talked to him a little bit through text yesterday. I talked to him on the phone last week. Pretty cool dude. If you ever watch videos of him, just being, not Mr. Lahey, but John Dunsworth on YouTube, there's a bunch of shit on there. It's a really cool, interesting guy. Okay, so the audio's good. All that's good. I ain't anything fucked up with this. Let's watch. I hit the button to call and just everything, all the power will go out. So that's my luck. So if everything just goes dead, well, then you know why. Because all the power went out when I tried to call John Dunsworth, a.k.a. Mr. Lahey. Make sure you go check out Randy and Mr. Lahey live. Search that on Facebook. They're on tour. That, like I said, I'm going to ask him about it. That's going to be a crazy show. Let's try to call John Dunsworth live here on Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus. Hopefully it goes well, as I said. Technically.
Hello.
Hey, John, this is Stoner Jesus. We're on the Stoner Jesus Show. We're live on the air. How you doing?
100%.
Awesome. Thank you. First of all, it's an honor to have you on the show, for taking the time to be on the show. I have to thank you. I know you're busy. You guys are on tour. It's great to have you.
Well, thank you.
So, Mr. Lahey and Randy, yourself and Pat Roach are out on tour. People come into the show, people who are interested in coming to the show. Can you describe in any way what Randy and Mr. Lahey live is like?
Do you know what a Sikorsky helicopter is?
I know what a helicopter is.
Yeah, well, Sikorsky is quite large. We fly into the venue in a helicopter.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Now I want to go see it.
I would call it a variety show. I believe that variety is the spice of life. We sing. Randy dances. We do skits. We do a play from the Blandford Recreation Center. We sing various songs, some of them with the audience. We have audience participation. And we probably touch on the news of the day, everything from Donald Trump to, we don't get too political. We try to make it funny. But we try to be topical, and we're newsworthy. We like to tell them what's going on with Trailer Park Season 11 and, the latest happenings in the park. And so far, we've been very lucky. People are very receptive.
That's cool. Yeah, like I was telling people, my listeners earlier, Randy and Mr. Lahey live on Facebook if they want to go for like dates and find out all the info. So obviously people know you as Mr. Lahey on Trailer Park Boys. Take us back to the beginning. How did you get the role for Trailer Park Boys? I imagine there was like an audition process and all that.
Believe it or not, none of the main characters were ever auditioned.
Wow.
Randy, Pat Roach, and Rob Wells, and Jean-Paul Tremblay had a pizza / bar over in Prince Edward Island, which is one of the provinces of Canada. And they used to make videos and send them to Mike Clattenburg, who was directing for our national broadcaster and doing some projects. And he thought it was so funny that he decided that they should do a movie together. And we did it. The first movie we did was about, 18 years ago. It was called One Last Shot. And he asked me if I would be the drunk pet store owner. And he liked the character so much, he asked me to play at a game, Sam, in Trailer Park Boys.
So that became the infamous Mr. Lahey.
Came a wonderful, inimitable, indescribable, drunken sod of a poor gentleman.
An iconic television character, though.
Yeah, and I asked Mike, I said, Mike, what is this show about? He said, it's about it's about losers, he said, but they're hero losers.
Yeah. It's definitely sparked, the interest of people all over the world for all these years. I imagine.
I don't know why it's so popular, but it seems to be even growing. I mean, we're going over to Europe again, yeah, and we can sell out in half an hour over there, whether it's Finland or Switzerland or England. It doesn't matter. I don't know. And there's 58 different countries with different subtitles and different languages for Trailer Park at this point.
Wow. That's amazing.
I know. It's insane.
Do you have any, I know you probably asked this a lot, but do you have any favorite episodes, any episodes that stand out, whether it's because of what Mr. Lahey was going through or for any other reason?
Well, my pat answer for that is the next episode, the next season. But in all honesty, every year I say the last season was the best. And this year, season 11, I bet money that the fans are going to think that that's as good as season 1. I mean, the boys they did such an incredible job writing the scripts. A lot of people think that we just ad-lib on set, but it's highly scripted and it's rewritten, and we approach it like professional filmmaking. We have 4 cameras on the set, and there's no drinking or smoking dope or anything like that on work days. We work 12, 14 hours a day. And, we're we're hard workers.
Yeah, and like I said, it's incredible, especially with, with it coming back on Netflix, like the resurgence in, worldwide interest has just been incredible.
Yeah, and we have our own television channel now called swearnet.com.
Yes.
And if you go on there, you can see so much stuff that's not on anywhere else. Like Randy and I have our show, Randy and Lahey Show, and there's Jim Lahey and the Liquor Stories, and there's Randy and Swear News, and Getting Learnt with Ricky, and hundreds and hundreds of hours of entertainment on swearnet.com.
Absolutely, and the Trailer Park Boys podcast and all that stuff. I would definitely recommend SwearNet if you were looking for what happened to the Trailer Park Boys. If you liked them, back in the day and when they were on in Canada, go check out SwearNet because that's where everybody ended up.
Yep.
So,
been a wonderful ride.
Absolutely. So I just saw that they announced that they're doing an 8-part series that's going to come out. The Trailer Park Boys in Europe that's coming out on Netflix. Is Mr. Lahey and Randy part of that?
I'm not sure what that refers to. I think that's some out of the park stuff that they're shooting.
Yeah.
Did they say 8 part?
Yeah, I think they announced it yesterday or the day before. It's like an 8-part series that's like it's separate from the continuation between season 10 and season 11. It's like an outside, entity type of thing. But I think the title is Out of the Park or something along those lines.
Yeah, Ricky, Julie, and Bubbles think they're so special that they can get along without Randy and Lahey. Well, I got news for them, bud.
That's right. People love Randy and Mr. Lahey. I imagine you guys get what kind of feedback do you guys get for like the tours and from fans and stuff?
Well, it's unbelievable. I really like talking to people, and I ask a lot of people why they think Trailer Park's so funny, and the best answer I got was from this fellow who said he's from Russia. He said, I come to America 3 years ago, and I can't speak English, and people tell me I should watch Trailer Park Boys. And so to learn to speak, so I do, and I don't find it so funny for a year. And then I start to find it funny, and then I realize why it's so funny. It's funny because it makes you feel good because you're smarter than everybody on the show.
Yeah, learning English from Ricky, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I told her so.
So what other projects do you have going on? I know you've been an actor most of your life, your career. What other movies and other stuff do you have going on outside of Trailer Park Boys?
I've had a very lucky run. I'm 70 years old. Just turned a grandfather for the first time last month.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, I've been married for over 40 years. I got 4 beautiful kids. Sarah on Trailer Park is my daughter.
Yes.
And I've spent my first 20 years in theater. And in the early 80s, I opened a casting company in Halifax, Nova Scotia called Filmworks, which is still going after all these years. And we cast all the movies that come to town, or most of them. We worked on Titanic when they did the segment there. But I taught at university. I studied university. I studied drama at university by mistake, and that's where I started. And then after that, I did about, 50 radio dramas and 50 professional plays at our local professional theater, and toured around and directed for Theatre Canada. But Trailer Park Boys has been the longest gig of my life. And, I mean, at the same time we were shooting Trailer Park, I was shooting other series as well, and was lucky enough to be in Haven for 5 years, which is a Sci-Fi Network series. And my character is really fun. And I also played a priest on another series called Forgive Me, which is probably the most intelligent television I've ever done.
Awesome. Well, I'll definitely check some of that out. Of course, this is the Stoner Jesus Show. Most of our audience is from the cannabis community. Is marijuana something you ever got into in your life? Was it ever something that interested you at all?
Oh, yeah. I think marijuana is head and shoulders above any other addiction.
Yes. It is
and I have to say that I'm not addicted to marijuana. I started smoking it in Toronto when I was 19, and I'm so happy that I didn't get involved in cocaine or anything like that. And I'm really happy that I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, I don't particularly like alcohol. I've been drunk maybe a half a dozen times in my life. And when I'm writing, I do some writing. I'm writing a novel right now. I also have a book that's you can buy on the internet called dickshitmary.com. You can go there. But the book is called The Dick Shitmary. We're almost a Canadian bestseller at this point.
Wow.
But I also like to make, if you go on John Dunsworth YouTube, you'll see, Get a Hobby, it's called. You'll see what my real passion is.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You've, long story short, I guess, for people, because they can go, like you said, you can search John Dunsworth on YouTube. You have your property there on the water, and it's really hard to describe. It's like, it's more than a wall. It's more than like a barrier or an edifice. It's like all these things rolled into one. What got you started on building this along the shore of your property?
You know, I have no idea. A lot of the things that we do in our lives sometimes seem like they're inspired from some other place. And a lot of times I'm doing things or getting occupation that, that just drops on you. But that particular obsession, I have no idea, because I didn't have anybody who was a stonemason in my family. And I just, maybe 25 years ago, I needed a walkway down to the water, so I built it out of cement, and I just kept going. All my spare time, I work on the shore of the ocean, built a swimming pool. I have to patch it when I go home this time because it has a leak. But theater, and right now I'm working on a magic doorway that leads to forever.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive. Like you said, it's taken a long time to build, and I imagine it's something that could be there for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Well, I'm hoping for maybe a little while after I pass.
Yeah.
Because in the real sense of legacy, I mean, Trailer Park will fade, but in 100 years from now, people will say, "Boy, what was this?" And it'll be all crumbling, and the sea will have taken it away. And someone will say, "Oh, Yeah, that was built by a guy named Jim Lahey.
Mr. Lahey got drunk and built a wall right here.
Yes, exactly.
Do you get on social media much? I know you have your social media accounts. Do you personally get on there much and interact with fans?
I used to. I used to answer every message I got on Facebook and fan page.
Man, that sounds like a bad idea.
It just got too much. And now I answer my emails and my Gmails and my Facebook page. But the other stuff, I don't even go on and search because it's, I don't know, it's like going down the rabbit hole once you get...
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to be addicted, actually, to Scrabble online, and I'd play until 2 and 3 in the morning.
Wow.
When I wasn't allowed to, to have that luxury and have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go to work. But that lasted almost a year, and then I just quit cold turkey. I had to, because I got to be a very good Scrabble player, and I'd play 25 games at a time.
Wow.
And I love bridge, but I haven't had a chance to do that because this year's been, I'm 70 years old. It's the busiest year of my life.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing. You've had an incredible career that continues. Like I said, Randy and Mr. Lahey live on Facebook. If people want more information. John Dunsworth, again, this has been an honor. One of my favorite interviews I've ever done on this show. Thank you, sir, for being on the show. Is there anything you want to tell people before we let you go?
Everything comes to he who waits, as long as she works like hell while she's waiting.
Absolutely. John Dunsworth, thank you, sir.
Let me tell you one other thing.
Okay, go ahead.
It's incumbent upon everybody to vote in elections, and they have no way that they can complain if they exercise their franchise. It's really important. And I've been touting that in Canada. I'm so glad we have a new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. And I'm really happy to be a Canadian. But coming down here to the States is a real thrill. And Randy and I both love it. We love the people. We love the weather lately. It just knocked my socks off. I went out this morning at 7:30 outside, and it was about 75 degrees. It was beautiful.
Well, yeah, welcome to the States, and enjoy. And I guess you're pretty much excited about cannabis legalization. It's supposed to be coming to Canada next year, correct?
I have no idea. It doesn't seem to make really that much difference.
Yeah.
People who smoke marijuana, they find a way to do it. Jim Lahey has invented a couple of devices that will be heralded in our live show. It's the Jim Lahey personal smoke bag. There's also one that's called Keep the Dope Smoke Off Your Clothes bag. You climb into a garbage bag, and there's a little hole for your mouth. Anyway, if anyone's thinking of coming to the show, unless you like really silly humor, don't bother coming, because Randy and I are the silliest guys on the circuit.
Oh, if they don't like silly humor, they're not listening to the show in the first place.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Pleasure.
Have a good one.
Bye.
John Dunsworth, a.k.a. Mr. Lahey, a.k.a. Fucky the Drunk Clown. Amazing actor, amazing guy. Great interview. Probably my favorite I've ever done. I've interviewed Chubby Chong on the show. I've interviewed the guys I grew up listening to on the radio. What would be considered famous people. Nothing better than talking to Mr. Lahey. And go search John Dunsworth on YouTube. Like he said, that fucking thing he's building is incredible. It's the whole thing, man. This is a whole big fucking concrete thing that goes down the shoreline. It's like this massive barrier now. And it has like the pool, and like you said, and then it's all concrete and shit. Crazy. It's not something, I'm not the outdoorsy type. It's not something I would get into, but it's like you said, it became an obsession for him. Thanks again to John Dunsworth. Go check out Randy and Mr. Lahey live on tour. That sounds like a great show. I'm bummed that it's not coming by the Cincinnati area. I go see that shit. All right, we got Weed News coming up. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, September 23rd, 2016. We're live on CannabisRadio.com. Stay tuned, Dick Nuggets.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
Tommy Chong is ready to cut through the smoke and change the tone of Tilk Radio.
You're going to be a great-granddad. Pretty cool. Morgan is Ray Dawn's son. Morgan and his wife Tracy, they've been trying to have a baby for quite some time. Did you hear what I said to Morgan? What? Do you know who the father is?
The Tommy Chong Podcast, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Welcome to my world.
The political climate is at a fever pitch, and the fight for the social fabric of America is set for battle this November. Tuesday, November 8th, the cannabis liberation movement takes a huge step forward, and Cannabis Radio is here to chronicle this legendary moment. CannabisRadio.com and the Cannabis Radio News team will feature wall-to-wall live coverage of all the coast-to-coast voting of state amendments, ballots, propositions, and initiatives that will further progress the cannabis crusade. Join us November 8th for Vote 2016, the path to cannabis freedom, only on CannabisRadio.com.
I said palm trees, make California.
Yo, it's your boy TJ, Trinidad James. You're listening to Dr. Bina on Cannabis Confidential. LA, what up?
Nickname James, man. I'm worried like a lake.
People were so excited to see you supporting our industry, and it's so important to see people who are mainstream, who are out there, that people look up to.
That was my first one ever going to, so that was definitely a big deal for me. It's not just, oh man, just come smoke a bunch of joints. It's a lot of science into it. It's way more interesting than a lot of people might think to look down, per se, on what we enjoy.
Cannabis Confidential, only on CannabisRadio.com.
I feel like palm trees, make California.
Ignite the conversation on some trending topics along the Cannabis Radio social media network. Join our crew of thousands on our Cannabis Radio page on Facebook or at Canna Radio, CANNA Radio on Twitter. Plus, look for our Facebook and Google Plus pages for all of our original programs and connect with Dr. Dina, Kyle Cushman, Dr. Mitch Earlywine, Nurse Heather, Doc Rob, the hosts of Ganjapreneur, and more. Connect with the growing Cannabis Radio social crusade at Canna Radio on Twitter or search for Cannabis Radio on Facebook, Google Plus, and Instagram and grow with us.
From high atop Mount Soledad in San Diego, California, 100 feet above sea level. Good morning. It's good news with Cannabis Nurse Heather.
This plant is amazing. Positive change is happening. We did it. No matter who you are, you can make a positive impact on the world.
I would rather be illegally alive than legally dead.
And that quote helped to give you strength.
Nurse Heather is only on CannabisRadio.com.
Good morning, Cannabis Nurse Heather.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised. Now, here's cannabis news coverage you can count on. From the Stoner Jesus Show's Cannabis Radio Newsroom, inside the Rectory, this is Weed News.
Yeah. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, September 23rd, 2016. We're live on CannabisRadio.com. Welcome everybody listening live and on podcast. Just told by the homies at SwearNet that when this show goes to podcast, we're going to post it up on their stuff. We got like 250,000 fans on Facebook, so if any of you people are still listening and Check this out with the John Dunsworth interview. And you're still listening to the show to check it out and see what else is going on with the show. Thank you. Welcome. And all that jazz. We were chilling, as we do every morning, Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on CannabisRadio.com. Tons of great podcasts on CannabisRadio.com, by the way. Go check them out, including Tommy Chong and more. All the promos you just heard, all those shows are on CannabisRadio.com. This is Weed News. There's a lot going on in Weed News. As usual, with some of the highlights. Damn it. There we go. That's better. Cannabis Tweets on Twitter is where we get our weed news. Cannabis Tweets with a Z. News out of Florida. And some of you may not know this name. Sheldon Adelson. If you're in the cannabis community, if you're interested in cannabis issues, you should know the name Sheldon Adelson. He's some decrepit old fucknut who owns casinos, a bunch of shit, like the Las Vegas Sands Corporation, whatever the hell it is. He owns casinos all over the world, newspapers, crap like that. He's also conservative, and he does not like weed. He doesn't even like medical marijuana. 2014, he spent a bunch of money to sink medical marijuana in Florida. This year, he's back. He donated another $1 million to fight medical marijuana in Florida. This motherfucker gave $1 million to say that sick people in Florida should not legally be allowed to use cannabis as medicine. Fucking incredible. And God forbid something should happen to Sheldon Adelson where he would need medical marijuana. Like a fucking tumor on the side of his fucking head that already looks like a tumor. A tumor on the tumor that's already grown out of his fucking neck. God forbid he should need some fucking medical marijuana. This guy, there's so many things he could give $1 million to. He's a billionaire. He's got fucking $1 million. He wipes his ass with $1 million. There's so many things, so many charities, so many causes that he could give that $1 million to. He chooses to use that money to tell people in Florida, a fucking state he doesn't even live in, that they shouldn't have medical marijuana. No, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. I'm old. I'm a billionaire. I'm 83. I'm good to go. You guys in Florida, you're fine. You don't need medical weed. There's pills and all kinds of shit you can take. Take those. So that's Sheldon Adelson. Hopefully, like I said, he never gets, fucking ball cancer or anything. So we have to chop off his nut sack if it's still there. God forbid something like that should happen. It's not something I would pray for. It's not something I would email Stoner God, my pops, and ask him to do or anything. Now, a lot of you heard this Brad Pitt thing. We'll talk more about this in celebrity news. A lot of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are getting divorced. A lot of allegations, a lot of reports, including another woman he met on a set, investigation of child abuse, shit like that. But TMZ, from the beginning, has been on this thing about Brad Pitt smokes weed, and that's why he's getting divorced from Angelina Jolie. They said he smokes weed, and he has anger problems. Which first thing I thought of, well, maybe if he has anger problems, that's why he's smoking fucking weed. Maybe you should get off his back about smoking weed if he has fucking anger problems. Because if he's high, he's not angry. So anyway, there's a whole fucking thing going on. But TMZ is really pushing this weed thing. Brad Pitt smokes weed. He's an unfit father. He smokes fucking weed. First of all, Angelina Jolie cut her tits off. Is he supposed to take Angelina Jolie cutting her tits off, but she can't handle him smoking a fucking joint to maybe control his anger problems? Maybe he is an angry guy. Maybe he's like, you know what? Instead of punching you in your fucking flat chest, Angelina Jolie, I'll smoke a joint. Because I think, who was it? Quentin Tarantino, I believe, said in an interview a few years back that Brad joint was like the greatest roller he's ever known. He's supposed to sit and relax and roll up the perfect joint and smoke it because he's got to deal with you, Angelina Jolie, and 6 fucking kids. 6 motherfucking kids because Angelina Jolie didn't have enough kids. when she had 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So I need more. I need more fucking kids. But Brad Pitt smokes weed. Okay, well, God. I imagine he fucking would. If I was Brad Pitt, with all the millions of dollars and the accolades and the awards and everything that I have, if I had Angelina Jolie as my wife and I had to deal with 6 kids, I'd smoke weed too. And then, why not? Why not? This week there was also a big story in Rolling Stone about the NFL's marijuana policy. We've talked about this quite a few times on the show. The NFL has a concussion problem. First of all, like all the deceased football players they check for brain damage, they all have this certain specific kind of brain damage, like 94% of them, from playing in the NFL. And a lot of injuries, a lot of pain pills and pain shots and all this other shit, which is all perfectly fine, but the NFL doesn't allow its players to smoke marijuana or use marijuana for any reason, even medical reasons. After the game, they'll take you back in the back and shoot you up with all kind of fucking steroid cortisone shots, and just you take these fucking pills and just take more of these pills, and you're in pain, you take some fucking pills. They'll do all that. But no, don't smoke weed. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't smoke a joint. You can't smoke a joint and play football because somehow you get a fucking advantage or something. You like extra. You get an extra gear of speed from the joint you smoked. Listen, you say a lot of things about weed. It is not a performance enhancer for athletic things. I mean, you have less pain and stuff like that, but it's not gonna make you throw a football better. It could very well make you throw a football worse. I'm not saying that it won't. I'm just saying it's not going to make you throw a football better. This story, this is fantastic. This is from National Public Radio. I have some audio here. Air cannon in Mexico used to deliver marijuana across the U.S. border.
Good morning. I'm Steve Inskeep with a footnote on building a wall. Walls and fences already exist along much of the U.S.-Mexico border, and someone across from Douglas, Arizona found a way to defeat them. Mexican police discovered a van. It contained a 10-foot-long air cannon which could fling packages to the other side. An air cannon is a bit more sophisticated than the usual catapults, and the U.S. Border Patrol says a single cannon shot delivers 60 pounds of pot. It's Morning Edition.
60 pounds of pot with an air cannon. Now, I'm not an air cannon expert. I don't know if a 10-foot air cannon shooting 60 pounds of pot is good. It sounds good. 60 pounds is quite a bit. You know, it's like a small child. It's like firing a small child across the border with a 10-foot air cannon. But that's fantastic. That's fantastic. The ingenuity of the human race. And I guess that'll be a new thing. You know, especially if Trump builds a wall, if he becomes president, builds a wall, he'll be lining up air cannons. He'll be firing fucking bales of weed across that bitch all day long. That's great. Thank you, Mexico. See? We should let those people in. They'll build us an air cannon. Hell yeah. Man, this show's going late. Other stories on cannabis tweets. California's legal market is on the verge of exploding. Of course, legalization happens there. Medical marijuana seems to reduce deaths from pharmaceuticals. All great stories, all on cannabis tweets on Twitter. That's cannabis tweets with a Z. Coming up, we'll check out this voicemail that St. Peter left. Hopefully it's a better quality than the one last week. About the haunted house. A preview of the Stoner Jesus Haunted House, an annual tradition here on the Stoner Jesus Show. We're waking and baking Friday mornings. We do it every Friday morning on CannabisRadio.com. It's September 23rd, 2016. We'll be back, yo.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you in part by Hemptations.com and PlanetEverywhere.com. They got a lot of awesome stuff for you to check out. But don't just take my word for it. Let Beach, the owner of Hemptations, tell you all about it.
It's a very large selection of hemp goods, everything from reusable coffee filters to frisbees, bandanas. Everything planted everywhere on the site is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, made locally. We also have other retail products from our cosmetics, Earthly Body product, bags on the retail site. Again, anybody local in Cincinnati can go to Hemptations.com and get the info on the stores. Planted everywhere is our .com is our retail site. You can hit me up on Hemptation Beach or like my Facebook page, Hemptations or Hemptations 2. I'm on Twitter, Google, I'm on the internet everywhere, just like everyone. We love to hear from people all over the world, positive things about industrial hemp. That's what I do. That's what we do. Largest selection of industrial hemp on the planet in the stores. And I'd like to grow that inventory to be able to say that I haven't actually checked out all the other hemp retail spots to see if we have the largest amount on our planet everywhere. But it's a fair selection.
And as Beach always says,
having Hemptations.
Play as Ted Growing, expelled botany sophomore and the biggest grower in town, only on Weed Firm Replanted. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
It's a lot of work being the biggest grower in town. Maintaining a room full of plants while dealing with a slew of eccentric customers? From a hardcore partier to the curious neighbor next door.
Is anybody home?
Help me expand my bud business by unlocking new strains, customizing my grow room, and completing challenges that you can't get enough of. Grow your empire so big you can see it from space. Low on funds? Don't worry. Weed Firm Replanted is free to download.
Download Weed Firm Replanted for free on the App Store and Google Play today. Get growing, Mr. Growing.
Next to THC and CBD, you can now add CBR to your cannabis vernacular. CBR as in CannabisRadio.com.
The cannabis industry is growing. Business is booming. And as new opportunities arise in newly legalized states, each market is getting more competitive. Today, it takes more than just being a good grower. Do you have the resources to market and handle this ever-changing business landscape? Let Canna Management Corporation help you grow your canna business with our vast resources and experience to make your business a fully functional service company. Financial management, HR, sales, marketing, efficiency, and more. CMC has the experience and the expertise to improve your business and help you better meet the demands of your clients and customers. Call Canna Management Corporation and let our team get you ready to grow. 415-269-8015. That's 415-269-8015. Or visit canna-management.com.
Dr. Dabber, hurry! Its temperature is shooting past 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's burning up.
I'm afraid for this little guy, it's just too late.
What caused the problem?
Only Dr. Dabber can maintain the perfect temperature for a smooth-tasting, slower burn. This standard vaporizer lost all of its health benefits, sending it up in smoke.
So you're telling me that most vapor pens burn so hot they produce smoke, not vapor?
Correct. Keep away from those standard vaporizer pens and turn to Dr. Dabber. Doctor's orders.
Less heat, more flavor.
Great websites today need expert web design and development and need to be e-commerce ready and mobile friendly. But building a marketable and profitable website can be an uphill climb. Ready to make your new website or replace your existing website? Think Orange as the new way to get in the black. Orange Hill Development works with Fortune 500 companies and offer the same top quality development service at a fraction of what other providers charge. Brands like Absolute, Carlsberg, and Nestea trust Orange Hill Development. Find out why you should trust your website with Orange Hill. Contact Orange Hill for a consultation today at orangehilldevelopment.com.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised. CannabisRadio.com presents The Stoner Jesus Show.
I've created very few things outright in my life. That's one of them. That's my shit. I'm not going to have it run into the ground by a bunch of whiny fucking dickweeds.
Yeah, Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, September 23rd, 2016. We're live on CannabisRadio.com. It's officially the start of Hour 2. We're in podcast land. If you're listening to the podcast on like stonerjesus.net or Stitcher or iTunes or Cannabis Radio or iHeart or whatever, go back and look for Part 1. If you missed it, we had our awesome interview with John Dunsworth, Mr. Lahey from the Trailer Park Boys. It was a great interview. Go check that out. We also have Weed News in the first hour. Check out as well. Welcome to everyone listening live and on podcast. Continue now with a preview of the haunted house. We got a voicemail from St. Peter, who was exiled from the studio but is now back in the basement. He's put himself in charge of the haunted house, which, as I said in the first hour, that's fine with me. I have very important Jesus shit to do. I can't be worried about this haunted house. I understand it's a tradition for the show, and I would like to see another haunted house out there next to the studios outside. That would be great. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But first, the Prince of Weed left us a few voicemails this week. If you don't remember the Prince of Weed, he's a rapper. He was a sponsor a few times of the show. Ran some commercials, played some music, so on and so forth. He left us a couple of voicemails, some trippy voicemails. This first one's a minute and 5 seconds. Let's check it out.
Yo, it's good. It's the Prince of Weed. So I met Stoner Jesus back in March, back in the 70s, in the Mars program with Obama, when they would take us into like lunar jump rooms with Andrew Basiago, and jump teleport us to Mars. So you don't have to wear a helmet in space, like in Mars. You don't have to wear a helmet on Mars. In space, you do. In space, you do. It might have not actually even been Mars. It could have been a psyop.
Could have been.
You never know. Space could be filled with water. Water in space. Fucking water. What's going on with that shit?
What's going on with that shit, indeed? That was Monday. And the Prince of Weed left a 15-second voicemail on Tuesday.
This is the Prince of Weed and Alex Jones. And you're listening to the Stoner Jesus Show, nigga.
There you go. It's a drop right there. I have to remember to get that for a promo. So thank you, the Prince of Weed, who I met on Mars in the 70s. They were good times. There was no disco on Mars in the 70s. Disco completely passed us by. We did get reruns of Three's Company, though, so figure that one out. Okay, now, St. Peter, he left a voicemail. Hopefully it's a better quality. Because I suspect he goes down in the basement and gets on his phone and tries to call and leave a voicemail, but he's down in the basement, so the reception's not so good. Hopefully this reception is better than the one he left last week. He's in charge of the haunted house. He's trying to do some various shit. We'll check out the voicemail together. It's very long. He rambles on for 4 fucking minutes. Man, God. I may just leave during this 4 minutes. I'm not really interested. Go take a piss. Here's a St. Peter's voicemail. Now.
Hey Jesus, it's Peter. I'm leaving a voicemail. I left that. I tried to use that recorder thing he gave me, to make it sound better or whatever. Because I guess the last voicemail wasn't very good, but I couldn't get the recorder thing to work. And no matter what I did, it wouldn't work. And then I started hitting it. I started beating it on stuff, different things.
What?
I don't think that helped. I think it just made it worse. I think I had to burn it completely.
Oh, fuck.
So I hope it didn't cost you a whole lot. Because I think it's totally broke.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, I've been working on this haunted house thing, man. It's a lot harder. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be. First of all, making the big paper mache Clinton and Trump hats. That's the harder than I thought it was going to be. I can't find balloons that'll blow up that big. I could like put the paper mache on or whatever and make the big Trump head and the big Clinton head. I think I might just have to like do it like out of metal. I know this was doing at that big stage. We had that big stage out there in the courtyard, and like when you hit like the crab thing. Remember the crab thing, Jesus? It happened a few years ago. Anyway, it's a big stage with a lot of
Save
metal.
the crabs.
I was thinking like use the metal to build the heads of Trump and Clinton. They're gonna like flank the entrance. Maybe it wouldn't be like big. They're gonna like be on either side of the entrance to the haunted house. Anyway, Jesus, I'm not feeling good. I got like a cold or something. It's bad. But anyway, I think I can use like the metal from the stage to build the Clinton and Trump heads.
You gonna turn down my stage?
The stage we had the bands on for like the crab thing or whatever.
Save the crabs, yes.
So I think we'll do it that way.
Oh my God.
And you know, that'd be cool. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you've been back there lately, but like the old haunted house is still kind of up. Like most of the structure is still there. I might be able to work with that, like the one from last year. If I gotta be honest, Jesus, there are a lot of cats out there, like in the structure. Well, like what's left of the structure from last year's haunted house? There's a lot of cats, man. I know. I mean, even saying a lot of cats really doesn't like tell you like just how many fucking cats are back there. I can never really count them all because they move around and I don't know which is which. I don't know if I counted one already. Because they're all different colors and sizes, and there's just so fucking many of them. Jesus, there's so many motherfucking cats out there. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I mean, like I don't know. It's not very scary for a haunted house, like a house full of cats. But yeah, we could get rid of them or something. I don't know. Maybe like like a leaf blower. I think a leaf blower would get rid of a lot of cats. That's a good idea. Give me a leaf blower, Jesus. I'll take care of the cat problem in a haunted house. Now get this shit going. You can count on St. Peter, haunted house producer and writer and guy who's going to build the big Trump and Clinton heads. So, yeah, that's it, Jesus. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry I broke your recorder. I think it's really like just destroyed. There's no way it'll ever work again. You know, but I don't think it worked in the first place, so I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, we have to get back to work. Give me that leaf blower, Jesus. We'll go work on the haunted house. You start tearing down that stage.
Yeah. Right. Turn down my fucking stage.
Oh, fuck you, Jesus.
There's so many fucking problems wrong with that. First of all, there's so many things wrong with that voicemail. First of all, I broke my fucking recorder that we gave him to make him sound better. Like, it doesn't sound like shit like he did in that voicemail. He fucking broke that. It did cost quite a bit of money, as a matter of fact. So I guess it's my fault. I shouldn't have given it to St. Peter, but still. That's problem number one. Problem number two is the tearing down of my stage. For those of you who don't know, you haven't been, if you weren't listening to the Save the Crabs benefit, we have a stage out in the courtyard outside. And we had the Save the Crabs benefit. I think it was 2012, somewhere in there, 2013, I don't know. Basically, the backstory was that people were shaving their pubic regions, so the amount of pubic crabs and pubic lice, the cases of that was going down dramatically. And we did a benefit for all the crabs are losing their habitat to things like Brazilian waxes and shavings and such. We had a ton of great musical acts out on that stage. It's an iconic stage. All musical acts that allegedly had crabs at one point or another. It was episode 245 of the original 500 podcast of the show. I remember like it was fucking yesterday. It was podcast number 245. It was epic. I forget how much money we raised to save the crabs. I don't think it was much. Even though at one point there was at least 200,000 people out in that courtyard. And you're asking yourself, well, Snare Jesus, how you're asking me, how you get 200,000 people out in that little courtyard? Shut up. Don't worry about it. It was epic. He's not going to tear down my fucking stage to build two big paper mache Trump and Clinton heads. That's not even scary. It's dumb. It's a dumb fucking idea. You're dumb, Peter. If you're listening to this, you're dumb. You fucking dummy. And the cats, I don't know. I imagine leaf blower would get rid of the cats. We may try that. But the other things are breaking my fucking recorder I'm pissed off about. And now he's going to up the ante on breaking my recorder by tearing down my goddamn stage. What if we want to have another Save the Crabs benefit? With the fucking musical acts where they supposed to stand there with the people and play? It's ridiculous. You need a motherfucking elevated platform for that kind of shit. Oh, I'm getting wound up. St. Pierre always does that to me. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, live September 23rd, 2016. We've got some celebrity news coming up. We'll talk about Corey Feldman. That'll be fun. Go check out all information on the show, podcast, all that shit on stonerjesus.net. We're live here on CannabisRadio.com every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Make sure you wake and bake with us every Friday. We get about 40 minutes until high noon Eastern time. Get your weed ready, son.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
I'm Radical Russ from the Russ Belville Show.
We're here with Sir Richard Branson. Far more damage has been done to people by the current approach.
Jim McMahon. You know, a lot of the coaches are old schools. You know, he used to just yell at us, go, oh, you bunch of pot smokers.
John Popper on the telephone.
You know, I think in the 60s there was that kind of, the bigotry wasn't so concrete.
It's the Russ Belville Show, the NPR of POT, weekdays live at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, exclusively on CannabisRadio.com.
Chronicling the latest cannabis industry news and headlines.
Well, with 4 states with tax and regulate and the District of Columbia.
The state of cannabis.
Oh my God, it's refreshing. We have people that generally wouldn't speak on behalf of cannabis for fear of retribution, fear of losing your practices, fear of many of those things, and find ourselves in a place that we finally can.
Bringing you fact-based news and views and keeping listeners on the pulse of what's happening in the industry today. The state of cannabis. On demand anytime, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Growing green to generate more green.
Hello to all you happy herbalizers, smiling trippy hippies, and everyone who believes in freedom and tolerance. This is The Grow Show, and I'm Kyle Cushman.
From food to fuel, from remedy to resource.
Welcome my guest, Ed Rosenthal, the guru of ganja. Let me ask you, right now I hear your lighter clicking. Are you smoking indoor or are you smoking sun-grown?
What am I smoking? I'm smoking concentrate.
Way to get out of the answer there. So you're truly like the king, right? You just clap your hands and somebody brings you a bowl and you're all set, right?
I wish that were the case.
The Grow Show with Kyle Cushman, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Fortunate to have Michael Brewer of Brewer and Shipley. Your signature top 10 song, One Toke Over the Line. I've read a couple different versions of what the tune's origins are. What's the true story?
We were playing a little club in Kansas City. A friend stopped by with some really good hash. We stepped out back and came back in. We're tuning up in the dressing room, and Tom said, man, I'm really one toke over the line. And I just cracked up. I thought it was hysterical. We literally wrote that song just entertaining ourselves and to make our friends laugh.
It's time to Hempresent, only on Cannabis Radio.
CannabisRadio.com keeps you in the know Monday through Friday on air and on demand with Cannabis Radio News. Presented with the definitive worldwide news source, the Associated Press. Stay informed with exclusive news on all things cannabis. Cannabis Radio News, live weeknights at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific during the Russ Belville Show, or download the daily podcast exclusively on CannabisRadio.com, as well as iTunes, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. When breaking news happens in the cannabis industry, Cannabis Radio News delivers the details first.
Tommy Chong is ready to cut through the smoke and change the tone of Tilk Radio.
Hope everybody's got their vape pen handy, or their pipe, or their bong, or whatever you use to do your medicine. But
it's not a requirement. You don't have to be high for this show.
Yeah, you do. Okay. I don't know who you're talking to. You have to be high to do anything. At least I do. I don't know about you. In fact, I've been high so long that being straight is another high.
The Tommy Chong Podcast, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Welcome to my world.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah. Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, live September 23rd, 2016 on CannabisRadio.com. Podcast on StonerJesus.net, Cannabis Radio, iHeart, iTunes, Stitcher, and various other platforms. YouTube as well. Make sure you check out the Stoner Jesus Show Toker Supply giveaway page on StonerJesus.net. TokerSupply.com is giving us a bunch of awesome stuff to give away. 2 prize packs, 2 ways to win. The Stoner Jesus Show Toker Supply giveaway page on StonerJesus.net. Later in this show, I was going to get on Periscope and do kind of a giveaway thing, preview, promotion, whatever. But I don't think we have time for that. I'm going to get out here at about high noon on the dot. I'm going to do some celebrity news right now. And I'll make the Toker Supply thing, like a separate Periscope this weekend or something. So go follow @StonerJesus420 on Periscope. Continue with the Brad Pitt thing. Brad Pitt hires family law attorney who represented Sheen and Jackson. He's hired Lance Spiegel, a source close to Pitt, who's not authorized to speak publicly, told USA Today. They're probably speaking publicly. Spiegel is a high-powered Hollywood attorney known for representing big-name clients, including Charlie Sheen, Michael Jackson, Russell Simmons, Heather Locklear, and Eva Longoria, and Family Suits. USA Today has some video about the Jolie Pitt kids. Well, let's check it out, I guess. Maybe. Oh, it's just reading. It's one of those reading things. You have to read about the things. They have 6 children born in different parts of the world. God, 6 kids. Sounds horrible. Absolutely horrible. The Pitt-Jolie divorce may be one of the highest profile and most complex cases Spiegel has undertaken. The case has grown increasingly complicated since reports first surfaced on Tuesday that Jolie, 41, had filed for divorce, citing, quote, irreconcilable differences and seeking physical custody of the couple's 6 children, Maddox, 15, Pax, 12, Zahara, 11, Vivienne, 8, Shiloh, 10, and Knox, 8. Who's going to get Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Vivienne, Shiloh, and Knox? Remains to be seen. Thursday. TMZ released a story indicating Pitt is being investigated by authorities in Los Angeles for allegedly getting verbally and physically abusive with his children while in the air on a private plane and continuing on the tarmac after landing at an airport in Minnesota on September 14th. LAPD's public information officer, Jenny Hauser, told USA Today later Thursday that the division is not handling any report or allegations into child abuse against Brad Pitt. Nothing lasts forever. All fairy tales must come to an end. Brangelina. BDJ Sexy Hippie got my package. There you go. See, BJ Sexy Hippie's going to be doing a review on Celebrity Dildo. We're looking forward to that. Because, it's a review about a sponsor and it's a review about a dildo. Why wouldn't we look forward to that? Other celebrity news, all sucks. It all sucks. Adam Levine had a baby with his wife, Behati Prinsloo. Behati Prinsloo. I think I did that. That's pretty good. I bet that's damn close to what her actual name is. Didn't talk much about. We haven't done an Antichrist update in a while. This Rob Kardashian is he's having a kid. Another fucking ally for the Antichrist. That's what I need. He shared a sonogram of his baby along with a sweet message. Can't wait for you. You know, because the baby has fucking Instagram. The fetus is checking its Instagram. The 29-year-old father-to-be shared a sonogram of his first child in an Instagram post on early Friday with a sweet message for his little girl. Years from now, he'll open his phone and go back 6,000 weeks on his Instagram feed and say, look what I did when you were a baby. Isn't that cool? He said, can't wait for you, he wrote alongside the photo, including a pair of emojis. Kardashian and his fiancée, Black China, recently revealed on the reality show Rob and China that they are expecting a daughter. Is that really the best title they could come up with, Rob and China? Well, I get it, Rob and China. Like you're robbing the country of China. Okay, I get it. She also has another kid, Black China does, named King Cairo. No, it's not. Seriously? That kid's name is King Cairo. All right. I think somebody's fucking with me. I think somebody altered this story to prank me. To make me call someone King Cairo on the air. God damn it. China recently opened up to people about the pregnancy and how excited she and Kardashian are to build a family. Yes, him and his career as an Instagram poster. Oh, shit. That's fucking funny. Now I want to check out this show. Robin China. We're Robin China. Oh, fuck, man. What's this video? Why are you playing a video? I didn't ask for a video. What is going on? Oh, it's enough. Anyway, continuing with celebrity news. The Big Bang Theory stars dominate Forbes' lists of highest paid TV actors. Fucking scroll down. The top 4 slots in Forbes' new list of the world's highest paid TV actors are occupied by stars of the hit CBS sitcom. Leading the way is Jim Parsons, with Forbes, who Forbes says earned $25.5 million over the past year. Johnny Galecki raked in $24 million during the same year. Both reportedly earned $1 million per episode. Also, Simon Helberg and Kunal Nayyar are getting $22 million and $22.5 and $22 million respectively. Mark Harmon, star of CBS drama NCIS, rounds out the top 5 with $20 million. Kelly Cuoco's not on that list, or is it just male guys? Male guys. Just male guys. Yeah, just actors. I wonder what that Kelly Cuoco makes. She's got to make more than fucking praying mantis looking guy. A lot of people watch that show just because Kelly Cuoco is so fucking hot. It's just such a difficult to pronounce name. Her name is as difficult to pronounce as she is hot. That's right. It'll be on your SATs. Sean Diddy Combs gave $1 million to his alma mater, Howard University. See, there you go. Sheldon Adelson could have gave his $1 million to Howard University. Decided against it. Fighting medical marijuana instead. Man, whatever. Jim Carrey lawyer slams outrageous lawsuit by sham husband over girlfriend's suicide as STD claims revealed. Wow. There's a lot in that title. I got to go look at this now. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. People, you got a lot of shit to fucking bring up
Jim
here.
Carrey is speaking out against the wrongful death lawsuit that blames him for his late girlfriend Catriona White's fatal overdose last year. In a statement obtained by People, Carey says this: "What a terrible shame. It would be easy for me to get in a back room with this man's lawyer and make this go away, but there are some moments in life when you have to stand up and defend your honor against the evil in this world. I will not tolerate this heartless attempt to exploit me or the woman I loved. Kat's troubles were born long before I met her, and sadly, her tragic end was beyond anyone's control. I really hope that someday soon, people will stop trying to profit from this and let her rest in peace." People confirmed on Monday that White's estranged husband, Mark Burston, filed a wrongful death suit against Carey in Los Angeles County Superior Court. According to court documents, Burton, who was legally married to White at the time of her death, alleges that Carey used his immense wealth and celebrity status to illegally obtain the drugs that killed his wife. White, who dated the actor on and off for 3 years, was found dead at a Los Angeles home in September 2015. A toxicology report did confirm that her death was a suicide after a variety of prescription pills were found in her system at the time of death, none of which had been prescribed to her. The filing claims Carey had an obsession with controlling and manipulating White and had the ability to monitor surveillance cameras on a home White often stayed at and was able, by design, to view the residence remotely to keep track of White's comings and goings. Now, Burton also accuses Carey's physician of misconduct, claiming in the filing that the two were engaged in a conspiracy to wrongfully and illegally provide medications to Carey under false names. Guys, make sure to stay on People.com for all the breaking news on this ongoing.
Maybe she committed suicide because she saw the Majestic. Am I right? Anybody? It's Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, live September 23rd, 2016 on CannabisRadio.com. We'll check out some other shit that's going on around the internet. We haven't done that in a while. Coming up, about 24 minutes till high noon. We get about this bitch. We're here every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, for all information on the show and past podcasts and all that stuff. Go check out stonerjesus.net. Stay tuned.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you by Celebrity Dildo. Make sure you check out that Celebrity Dildo banner on stonerjesus.net or just go to celebritydildo.com. Celebrity Dildo has released a new and exciting range of premium silicone dildos that have finally combined the two worlds of novelty and function. Celebrity Dildos are made of premium medical-grade silicone. They're firm yet flexible and velvet to the touch, durable, non-porous, odorless, hypoallergenic, and let's face it, they are just a great conversation piece. You want to check out Celebrity Dildo, go check out their banner on stonerjesus.net and follow them on all their social media networks. Celebrity Dildo, awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. Make sure you check them out on stonerjesus.net. The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you in part by Hemptations.com and PlanetEverywhere.com. They got a lot of awesome stuff for you to check out. But don't just take my word for it. Let Beach, the owner of Hemptations, tell you all about it.
It's a very large selection of hemp goods, everything from reusable coffee filters to frisbees, bandanas, everything Planet Everywhere on the site is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, made locally. We also have other retail products from our cosmetics, Earthly Body product, bags on the retail site. Again, anybody local in Cincinnati can go to Hemptations.com and get the info on the stores. Planet Everywhere is .com is our retail site. You can hit me up on Hemptation Beach or like my Facebook page, Hemptations or Hemptations 2. I'm on Twitter, Google, I'm on the internet everywhere, just like everyone. We love to hear from people all over the world, positive things about industrial hemp. That's what I do. That's what we do. Largest selection of industrial hemp on the planet in the stores. And I'd like to grow that inventory to be able to say that I haven't actually checked out all the other hemp retail spots to see if we have the largest amount on our Planet Everywhere, but it's a fair selection.
And as Beach always says,
having Hemptations.
Cannabis use isn't the only thing growing, so are we. Grow with us. CannabisRadio.com.
Dr. Dabber, hurry! Its temperature is shooting past 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's burning up.
I'm afraid for this little guy, it's just too late.
What caused the problem?
Only Dr. Dabber can maintain the perfect temperature for a smooth-tasting, slower burn. This standard vaporizer lost all of its health benefits, sending it up in smoke.
So you're telling me that most vapor pens burn so hot they produce smoke, not vapor?
Correct. Keep away from those standard vaporizer pens and turn to Dr. Dabber. Doctor's orders.
Less heat, more flavor.
While the feds and state are doing their dance, you still need to transact business and manage your cash. Go professional and let your customers pay with PayQuick. They pay you and they earn rewards points. PayQuick connects to your bank account for free and secures all of your transactions. And with PayQuick, you can pay your producers and processors for free. Plus, it pays to have it because it makes depositing your cash safe and so easy. No cops, no crooks, just compliance and comfort, knowing you have your cannabis business in check with PayQuick. PayQuick, the safe and easy way to pay. PayQuick.com.
Play as Ted Growing, expelled botany sophomore and the biggest grower in town, only on Weed Firm Replanted. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
It's a lot of work being the biggest grower in town. Maintaining a room full of plants while dealing with a slew of eccentric customers? From a hardcore partier to the curious neighbor next door.
Is anybody home?
Help me expand my bud business by unlocking new strains, customizing my grow room, and completing challenges that you can't get enough of. Grow your empire so big you can see it from space. Low on funds? Don't worry. Weed Firm Replanted is free to download.
Download Weed Firm Replanted for free on the App Store and Google Play today. Get growing, Mr. Growing.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus. We're back live September 23rd, 2016 on CannabisRadio.com. Go check out the podcasts on CannabisRadio.com, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, other platforms, including, of course, StonerJesus.net. Make sure you go check out the Stoner Jesus Show Toker Supply giveaway on StonerJesus.net. You win awesome stuff. Time's running out. 2 prize packs, 2 ways to win. The Stoner Jesus Show Toker Supply giveaway page on StonerJesus.net has all the details that you will need to be a big winner. This first video is from RoastarHipHop.com. The Game, who's a rapper, for you fucking honky crackers out there who don't know what's up, revealed the 3 Kardashians he smashed, Kim, Khloe, and the aforementioned Black China. Let's hear more from The Game.
I like that. So, I like that also. I often wonder that, hearing, but you do what you want to do. Did you do Khloe? And I'm going to ask you again. Because no matter what you say.
I really dislike Wendy Williams, but that's a great question. Did you do Khloe? Let's talk about people you was doing. Was you doing Khloe?
I think that you hit it at least once.
Yeah.
On your,
no. Hey, no, it wasn't. Hey, that was.
Like how the people cheer. Yeah, he fucked Khloe. Yeah, man, yeah.
Isn't it a kind of like answer that was like like an ad lib,
Okay.
Chloe's good people, man.
Okay, here's the thing. Game has a song, and in the song.
Khloe's good people, man. Pussy tight, wet, all kinds of fucking tight, wet up in that shit.
You clearly hear him say that he slept with 3 Kardashians. Now, I've got a picture of an array of Kardashians, including the mother. Because
we have all the Kardashians in a lineup. Please point to the one you stuck your big rapper dick in.
Okay. Have you slept with Khloe?
Yeah.
Have you? Well, you know what? Let me just show you my receipts.
Sometimes it gets late at night, and it just people.
Did she say my receipts? What's he saying? Late at night. What happens?
I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead. Your receipts.
I'm going to show you my receipts, and then we'll get back to this line of questioning. Hit it. Were you hooking up with Khloe Kardashian?
No.
I just.
They show a throwback clip of the game again, talking to Wendy Williams. He's in there. He's got a shirt and a tie on, and a face tattoo. There's something weird about having a tie and a face tattoo on the same person.
That hit me. That was.
He said no, but he cleared his throat. Okay, so here's my thought. You got down with Khloe. Now, did you get down with Kourtney?
No.
Kim?
See, right there he's admitting that he fucked Khloe because he didn't say just no for Khloe. He said no for Kourtney. Now he won't answer for Kim, so he obviously fucked her.
You know what? This is what I'll say. I'll tell you this. Kanye is a really good friend of mine.
And see, in this interview, he's got a backwards cap and a beard and like big fucking, like 4 big ass gold chains and a tracksuit. And now the face tattoo looks okay.
They got really, really beautiful kids, and I don't want to disrespect their family.
Yeah, Lamar's a really good friend of yours, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I understand that. Like, yeah, I fucked your bitch, man. Yeah. Little Antichrist, I fucked your mama.
So, it's Khloe, it's Kim. Have you slept with the mom?
Nah. Hey, Kris Jenner's cool, you know?
Okay, what about the other two, the Jenner girls?
They not Kardashians.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck them too.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf would say.
Yeah. Well, no, it's...
Nice 70s reference that nobody in your audience is going to get, Wendy.
Oh, it was 3. You just it gets a little tricky.
Okay.
China ain't married yet.
Oh, China.
But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it's facts.
Yeah, you fucked China, did you? Yeah.
It was fast, it was easy. Oh.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah, and she cool too.
Okay, so in conclusion, game has been romantical with Khloe, China, and Kim.
But in all chillness and all love, it's all love, you know? Sometimes, Wendy, come back. Sometimes things...
Wendy should be like, will you fuck me? You're like, nah. Oh, shit, man. I'm running out of time. I got to do another fucking commercial break. I want to see this, we'll check out this Between Two Ferns thing with Zach Galifianakis and Hillary Clinton. It's supposed to be super awkward and super fucked up. I don't know if we'll be able to watch the whole thing, but let's check it out. It's almost 6 minutes, probably not. But funny or die. By the way, Hillary's pathetic attempt to be cool and appeal to younger voters. I'm going to go on Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis because I'm running for president of the United States.
Where is he? Where's Zach?
He's coming up in a mask. I guess trying to scare her. Oh my God, this is going to be brutal.
What?
And he's tackled by Secret Security. That's kind of funny. They throw him to the ground.
Just trying to scare her. I'm not getting a...
Okay, so far that was funny.
Halloween spirit of it all. Not a good idea around the Secret Service. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Let's start. Hi, welcome to another edition of Between Two Ferns. I'm your host, Zach Galifianakis, and my guest today is Hillary Clinton. Thank you very much, Mrs. Clinton, for being here. Critics have questioned some of your decision-making recently, and by you doing this show, I hope it finally lays that to rest.
Oh, I think it absolutely proves their case, don't you?
Are you excited to be the first girl president?
Well, I mean, being president would be such an extraordinary honor and responsibility. But being the first woman elected president and what that would mean for our country, and particularly what that would mean for, not just little girls, little boys too, that's pretty special.
Mm-hmm. Not to take away from the historic significance of you perhaps becoming the first female president, but for a younger generation, you will also become their first white president. And that's pretty neat, too. As secretary, how many words per minute could you type? And how does President Obama like his coffee? Like himself? Weak?
You know, Zach, those are really out-of-date questions. You need to get out more.
What happens if you become pregnant? Are we going to be stuck with Tim Kaine for 9 months? How does this work?
I could send you some pamphlets that might help you understand.
First, you supported Obama's Trans-Pacific Partnership deal, and then you were against it. I think that people deserve to know. Are you down with TPP?
I'm not down with TPP.
No, you're supposed to say, yeah, you know me. Like the hip-hop group.
Don't tell me what to say.
Fine, lose. Country goes to shit. Let's talk about Trump.
Let's.
When you see how well it works for Donald Trump, do you ever think to yourself, oh,
Okay, we're 2.5 minutes in. I'm probably not going to be able to play all this, but I was really expecting this to be like shitty and weird, but this is fucking hilarious.
maybe I should be more racist? When he's elected president and Kid Rock becomes Secretary of State, are you going to move to Canada or one of the Arctics?
I would stay in the United States.
And what would you try to...
Try to prevent him from destroying the United States.
So you're going to lead the Civil War?
No, I wouldn't take up arms. I think that might be a little extreme.
Oh, right, because you were saying before we were rolling that you wanted to take away everyone's guns. Very cool. Cool.
I really regret doing this.
Any regrets over losing the Scott Baio vote?
Not a one.
So it wasn't heartbreaking that...
No.
Yeah, but Chachi, I mean, who's going to be next? Max Headroom? I'd love to meet the person who makes your pantsuits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because for Halloween, I wanted to go as a librarian from outer space.
I think that would be a good look on you.
Have you thought about what you're going to be wearing at the debates?
You know, there's this thing called the double standard, and so I think about, well, what should the first woman nominee of one of our two major parties wear to the debate? And I have no idea, so if you've got suggestions, I'm open to them.
Do you wonder what your opponent might be wearing? I mean, what do you...
I assume he'll wear, you know, that red power tie.
Or maybe like a white power tie.
That's even more appropriate.
When you went to Donald Trump's wedding, did he write his own vows? And did Michelle Obama write Melania's?
I really couldn't see or hear very well, so I'm not quite sure what his vows were, but I'm sure they were great and huge and wonderful.
Like his bowels. Chelsea, your daughter, and Ivanka Trump, Trump's daughter, are friends. Does Ivanka ever call Chelsea, you know, to talk about boys that might have crushes on her, like her dad?
I don't think so.
What's going to be the number one focus of your presidency?
Oh, Zach, it has to be the economy. We need more good jobs with rising incomes. We've got to make the economy work for everybody, not just those at the top.
We need to take a break. We just need to have a word from our sponsor. Okay.
Washington is broken. The truth is, too many politicians are totally controlled by special interests and lobbyists. We're going to make America great again. I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
He approves the message.
Why would you play a commercial from my opponent in the middle of our interview?
He paid me in steaks.
I'd be afraid to eat them if I were you.
It's a good cut of meat. I think it's part of the asshole. Well, this has been a lot of fun, Mrs. Clinton. We should stay
Oh, shit, man. I'm out of time. I almost played all of it. That's awesome. You can go check that on World Star Hip Hop. I'm sure it's everywhere. Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis and Hillary. Wake and Bake with Stern Jesus. September 23rd, 2016. High noon is coming up. We'll be back to wrap things up after this.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here again to tell you about an awesome sponsor of the show. Of course, I'm talking about Pottles. Check out the Pottles banner on stonerjesus.net. They have all kinds of products. Pinner tubes, blunt tubes. They have glass. They have odor-free stash containers in all kinds of different sizes and colors and designs. They have tablers. Just so many products. I can't fit them all into a commercial. Just go click that Potholes banner on stonerjesus.net. Make sure you use promo code StonerJesus. It's all capital letters, all one word. StonerJesus at checkout at Potholes for 20% off. Go check out all of the amazing products Potholes has to offer. Check out that Potholes banner on stonerjesus.net and make sure you use that promo code StonerJesus. Get 20% off at Potholes. You're listening to the Stoner Jesus Show. Not only can Stoner Jesus Show podcast be found on stonerjesus.net, you can also find them on cannabisradio.com. You can also find the show by searching Stoner Jesus on Spreaker.com and the Spreaker Radio app, also the Stitcher Radio app, iTunes, the iHeartRadio app, and iHeart.com. If you want the links to all of these, go to stonerjesus.net. In the top menu bar, there's a page that says Listen to the Stoner Jesus Show. There you can find all the different ways you can listen to the Stoner Jesus Show podcast. All other information on the show can be found at stonerjesus.net.
Great websites today need expert web design and development and need to be e-commerce ready and mobile friendly. But building a marketable and profitable website can be an uphill climb. Ready to make your new website or replace your existing website? Think Orange as the new way to get in the black. Orange Hill Development works with Fortune 500 companies and offer the same top quality development service at a fraction of what other providers charge. Brands like Absolute, Carlsberg, and Nestea trust Orange Hill Development. Find out why you should trust your website with Orange Hill. Contact Orange Hill for a consultation today at orangehilldevelopment.com.
The cannabis business industry is growing. Business is booming. And as new opportunities arise in newly legalized states, each market is getting more competitive. Today, it takes more than just being a good grower. Do you have the resources to market and handle this ever-changing business landscape? Let Canna Management Corporation help you grow your canna business with our vast resources and experience to make your business a fully functional service company. Financial management, HR, sales, marketing, efficiency, and more. CMC has the experience and the expertise to improve your business and help you better meet the demands of your clients and customers. Call Canna Management Corporation and let our team get you ready to grow. 415-269-8015. That's 415-269-8015. Or visit canna-management.com.
We don't limit how much you smoke, and we don't limit where you listen. Cannabis Radio is now on iTunes, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio.
Oh, let the marijuana llama tell you something now about a game for your phone gonna make you say, wow! The game's about the game of growing cannabis for cash. Grow the seed, sell the bud, put the savings in the stash. Little by little, your empire grows large. Put different celebrities inside your entourage. You can choose to play with Snoop or me or Cheech and Chong. Cypress Hill, Willie Nelson, Wiz Khalifa with a bong. The name of the game is Hemp Inc., that's the point. Download and play while you light yourself a joint. The business of cannabis should be no crime. Hemp Inc. is even hot-proofed by the man who run High Times. Oh yeah? Get it on Android and iOS today. Marijuana Llama out. Got to tend to me own crops, you know. Money don't make itself. Hemp Inc.
The next generation of vaporizers has arrived. Vuber vaporizers are blazing the way with unparalleled technology for oil, concentrate, or dry flower pens. Providing unsurpassed customer service and expert craftsmanship, Vuber vaporizers use cutting-edge technology, providing a power-packed, smoother vapor with a lifetime guarantee. Experience vaporizing the way it was meant to be. The Vuber way.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, Wake and Bake with Stoner Jesus, September 23rd, 2016. I want to thank again John Dunsworth, Mr. Lahey, the Trailer Park Boys. Make sure you check out Randy and Mr. Lahey live on Facebook, on tour, now in the States. Of course, swearnet.com. Of course, Trailer Park Boys. And all their stuff is up on Netflix. You want to go check it out. Great interview. Great show. We'll see you all next Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time on CannabisRadio.com. Of course, podcast on SternJesus.net, iHeartRadio, iTunes, CannabisRadio.com, all of our different platforms. Keep spreading the word about SternJesus.net. We'll see you all next Friday. Have a great weekend. I know I will. I'm fucking done. Another great show in the can. That's where I put it with your mom last night. In the can. That's right. Took a different route than your mom joke. Backdoor. Thanks everybody for listening. You all are awesome. Keep spreading the word about SternJesus.net, as I said. See y'all next Friday. Of course, I'm on my social media networks and all that shit all week. We posting clips from the show, all that greatness, podcasts. So go share it when you see the clips and the podcasts and all the stuff. Go share all the stuff. Go share all the stuff. Peace, bitches.